up, you guys? It's Meri.
And
We request a like,
share,
subscribe,
and comment
down below, y'all. Today we are going to be talking about becoming sister wives. This episode, well, this
chapter 7
is about Christine, the sorority.
So, all the wives are talking about how they got into being sister wives and the challenges they had becoming sister wives. So Christine said that the first year of her marriage was tough. She really didn't know where she stood with Cody. She said that, in her family, of course, we know about the keep sweets. We already did already posted a video about that in, a Prisoner of the Prophet.
Yeah.
Go check that out if you have not seen that. And they have this concept of keeping sweet.
Yeah.
The only emotion that you can show is happiness, joy.
And
you're
any
not
other
allowed
emotion is from the devil.
Yes.
Basically.
Yes. And so it's also here. She said that her parents never worked through their difficulties, and she said that she thinks that if they had known how to talk about it, if it wasn't just about keeping sweet, she felt like, they may have made it, but she felt like it was too late.
Yeah.
And by that time, they were done. She said when she came into the marriage with Cody, he was very distant. It was very hard for her. She stayed for 3 months living with Janelle and Meri and Cody. And then after that, she got pregnant with, with Aspen. And she got a cottage of her own and moved into that.
Yeah.
Because she just felt like it's hard for you to be a newlywed and to be around the other wives,
Yeah.
So she didn't think that they wanted to see all of that between her and Cody. She said that, she just chose to be naive, put on some rose-colored glasses, and just kept on having a smile on her face. Even though she felt nervous, she felt insecure. She said that Cody, when Logan came,
Yeah.
because Janelle got pregnant. Actually, Janelle was pregnant with Logan when Cody started to court and then marry Christine. This is like this man's MO.
Yeah.
And I really don't feel like this is like God told him at these times to go have other wives.
Because she's bringing in life. This is a very crucial time. This is when woman is their most vulnerable, most sensitive, and this is when you go and bring another woman.
Yeah.
I would be insulted. But yeah, so I would just be really upset and offended if my husband was out here. Yes, I've chosen polygamy, but you choose the time where I'm most vulnerable and I'm here giving you a child to go and be with some other woman.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I just don't think any woman wants to go through that. I don't care if you decide to choose polygamy. I don't care if you Janelle or not. I don't think a woman wants to go through that.
Yeah. And she also and remember also how inappropriate it was when Janelle was pregnant and having a hard time with Meri in the house.
Yeah.
Cody was there calling single Christine to complain. And that was inappropriate.
Yeah.
Because this is not even your wife.
No, not at all.
You know what I'm saying? And you should not be having any friends who are girls when you got 2 wives at home.
Exactly.
So, when his father called him irresponsible, he was. But Christine said the problem that she had with Cody was that she felt like sometimes he treated the wives unfairly in terms of the time that he spent. So this is nothing new.
This is from the beginning.
And I feel as though the way Cody is, the wife that he can stay with that gives him no problem, that's who he will hang around with. And she said anytime she tried to talk to Cody about it, he will put his hands in his head in his hands and will not answer.
But that's where I feel like Cody and Brady differ, because at least Brady goes every day to see a wife.
Yeah.
Like he'll go see Sue,
the one
then
with
he'll see
my
Nina, then
wives, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He sees a different wife every other day.
Yeah.
So that's how it should be. Not like, I'll give you 3 days here and 2 days here and 5 days here.
Well,
like,
what about what he was doing in Vegas? 4 to 5 days with Robin in a week.
He was spending 5 days a week with Robin. So it's like, it really is like each wife gets to spend maybe 2 days each
every
month.
other week.
No, every month. Yes,
Yeah.
so there's 4 wives, right?
That's
Robin
true.
gets 5 days every single week. There's 4 weeks
right.
in a month, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Mary here, Christine here, Janelle there,
That's
repeat.
true. So he sees them twice a month. For the Mary was not in the rotation at all in Vegas. That rotation
Yeah.
was done with her.
So they only see him twice a month for
Yeah.
4 days. They get to see him 4 days out of the whole month.
Yeah,
Crazy.
That was ridiculous.
That is ridiculous. That really
Mary
shocked
didn't
me when
see
Paige
him,
said that.
but Janelle and Christine saw him twice a month, and it's not enough.
Not at all.
Remember that time when he told Christine, and she was saying, and he's like, I mean, you and I are intimate, as if he's trying to say like we're intimate, so why are we like getting divorced? And she says, twice a year is not enough. And he's like, whoa, because he was not expecting her to tell the truth in front of the camera.
She did not. He did not expect her to expose him. Like, whoa here.
Yes,
now we're exposing
I'm
people.
talking about you. It's only been twice in this year, and I've been counting. Yeah, he was like,
He said, yeah, this is over.
Yeah.
I'm so happy Christine left his dusty self.
I know, and now she can have love. She doesn't have to be on some schedule. But she did say, she said Janelle was the most employable of them. So Janelle had a good job,
Yeah.
which was really interesting. You know why Cody and Meri are not employable? Because they keep on leaving jobs.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
They just quit without any notice.
How do you quit a job just to go see your family? Your family will always be there, but your job, you're not guaranteed to get a job, especially in this climate.
And once you quit like that, do they give you a good reference?
No, they don't.
So that's why Janelle was the most employable. She said that the highlight of her life really was watching over Logan.
Aww.
When Janelle was off to work.
Yeah.
You know, Cody was working a job that he totally hated.
Yeah.
But, you know, he was working that job. She said that it got to a point she was so insecure, and that's not her norm. She's usually confident and bubbly. She's like, a friend of hers came to visit and was telling her, you know, you just have to be yourself.
Yeah.
You don't have to try to be anything for anybody else.
Right.
Just be yourself, you know. And that's the thing. Even Janelle spoke about it, saying that she lost herself.
Yeah.
Once she came into this family.
Yeah.
You know, so I guess that's with, you know, anybody. But she said she became a little more relaxed. She said started to not take things so seriously and too hard. She said Meri and her became like really BFF. She said Janelle has always been very reserved.
Yeah.
But she was able to talk to Janelle about some of the concerns that they had. She said the family was kind of coming together. She said it really came together when Meri gave birth to Mariah.
Aww.
And then she and Janelle gave birth to who were Madison and Mike Helty.
Right.
You know, and so she said they really started to gel.
Yeah.
At this point, and really started to know how to work together. You know, she said in the beginning, Meri and her stayed home. Well, had part-time jobs.
Right.
So one person, I think we talked about that before. And so one person will always be in the house with the children.
Yeah.
But after a while, Meri started working full-time.
Yeah.
So it was on her. And she said that when she was, you know, when she was there, she said she started like, she was homeschooling the children, right? She was also teaching at the church.
Yeah.
She was doing Sunday school at the church. She was an academic advisor of the Sunday school.
Yeah.
Like she was doing all that, and she just put in her mind that, look, we only have, our lives are in the church and at home.
Right.
And she was determined to make everything perfect for this family.
Yeah.
And she said she just felt like she took on quite a bit.
Yeah, I think she took too much.
That is, that's a lot. And she also said that Cody, for the first time, while they were all gelling and things were working out now, she said Cody had a trip, like a 2-week trip that he had to go on. And this was the first time he asked her to go with him. So she went with him with their 2 children, Michael T. and Aspen. Yes.
Oh, they're the oldest.
Yeah. She said she went on this trip with Cody. She said it really was a trip from hell. And that's because the car broke down. Yeah. Several times. But she's like, but she made it she said they had so much fun though.
Yeah.
And she was in that space of being light and lively.
Yeah.
And she said she just saw Cody, looking at her, like maybe probably in shock, like,
Yeah.
oh my God, this is so much fun, even though we're having this hellish time.
Well, he probably
trying to
remembered
get to
when
our
he fell in
destination.
love with her. Remember before she started shoving down those nachos, he was
Right.
looking back at her and like, she's the perfect person to have on any horrible trip.
Yes.
Yeah.
And she said, oh, the AC broke down too. So it was so hot. She said they had to take ice to rub the children's mouth because it was just that hot.
Aww.
And then being in this car that continually broke down on the way.
Nightmare.
But
the poverty was real.
Yeah, she said, but they had so much fun. They had big grins on their faces. And she said when they got back home, Cody finally told her, he said, I will, if anything were going to happen to you, I will jump in front of a train for you. And they made this kind of like a commitment to themselves. She said they looked at each other and they said, I know that I can trust you to be an amazing and incredible person for the rest of our lives together. I know that I will always be there for you and do everything. And she said it was at that moment that she knew that she and Cody were soulmates. I thought that was cute. Yeah, she said.
When it all fell down.
Yeah, she said,
So
I
sad.
mean, she really prided herself on being there for everyone and making everyone's lives, like, great.
Yeah.
That's what she prided herself on. She was happy that she was the last wife, but it got to a space, she said, where she just couldn't give 100%. By that time, she said she and Cody had been talking about having that last child, another child.
Yeah.
And so she had gotten pregnant with Truly. And she said she just couldn't give 100% anymore because she's in the church and she's at home.
Yeah.
And so she let them know. She had to let all of them know, Cody, Janelle, Meri, you guys have to help me. I can't do this on my own. And I'm not going to.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to focus all my energy on, having this baby, taking care of this baby in my stomach.
Yeah.
And so that's what she did. Now, she said, oh yes, around this time as well, she said she and Meri actually had a really, was it before? Let me see here. Oh yeah, she said a year before she became pregnant with Truly, she said she and Meri had a devastating fight.
Yeah.
And it was because she felt like Meri, who was the disciplinarian of the wives, she was the disciplinarian.
That's the last friend who should have been disciplining anybody as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, she said Janelle was like that soft spot for them to fall.
Because she's working all the time.
Right, and I know she cannot be bothered with anything
that's
else,
that single mother stuff, like where you kind of like, oh, I'll buy them fast food, or I'll get them this, or I'll buy tickets to the movies.
Yeah.
Single mother syndrome.
Single mother syndrome. I only did that once in a while. I will let them get over on me.
I think.
But you guys felt, I mean, it's so weird, because my kids, I think, have always felt really safe with me.
Yeah.
Some of the things that they tell me, I'm just like this, please, 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 go talk to someone else. That's what I'm thinking to myself. I was like, damn it, the buck stops with me. I gotta hear all these things, all these. And I think to myself, because I was the same way with my mom. My mom was actually my best friend.
Yeah.
And I will tell her all of these things, even when I wanted to start having sex. Like I was like, I am ready now. Please, how old was I? And I was begging her to give me the okay. Well, no, to tell the guy that it was okay for you to have sex with my daughter. And she was, and why I thought that would make any difference, because this guy was, our family knew his family. And so he was like, I cannot do this with you. Like, I will be pleading with him. Like, I cannot do this with you. Like, I know your parent. I just cannot. Like, I don't want to be, so I was thinking, Mom, if you just tell him. That my mom went to go my aunt to come talk to me.
Intervention
because she
time.
looked at me all in shock like, okay. I guess trying to still be my best friend. Okay, I'll be right back. So yeah, but
hey,
so
Grandma,
Janelle,
she's been through it too.
Right, so she surely has. So Janelle was the soft spot, right?
Yeah.
And then Christine said she brought a lot of happiness to the children, but when she was trying to teach them something, she will do it like a learning lesson to teach them. But yeah, she said Meri was the disciplinarian. So they had this big fight because she felt as though Meri was too hard on her kids and that she took out her frustrations on her kids. Yesterday we watched this.
Oh, we're going to watch.
remember?
We're going to review both of those shows. But there was this evil babysitter who was basically
Well,
abusing
well,
this
she was
3-year-old.
frustrated, and when we were watching it, I said maybe this is what happened with Meri. You were like, do not give no excuse. I wasn't trying to give an excuse. It's just that this babysitter was taking out her frustration on one of the children she babysat.
It killed her.
Yes,
and killed her.
We will talk about
She
that
killed
show,
her.
but
She killed him. The babysitter killed the child.
Okay.
Before anybody starts having sympathy points, I want you to know that the girl is dead.
Yeah.
And she died at 3. But we will talk about that later.
And I think that's only Mary's saving grace. Because if she was abusing these children, like how Peyton said it was much more than verbal, you could have really hurt these kids. Like something could have happened to them. Not just, what I'm saying, they could have died or something, depending on, because when I saw this thing, and even you were like, oh wow, you can die from that or whatever.
Yeah,
but yeah,
I
this
didn't know
woman
that.
but we will talk about it later. But anyhow, she said that, so they had this huge argument, and she said even though Meri apologized, she said she was still very hurt by it, especially when it comes to your kids.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she said, as a result, she said her kids were very wary of Meri. They were very afraid of Meri. And then she also said that she kind of realized in that moment, she said the one thing she felt bad about was the way she had kept quiet for too long.
Yeah.
And so she just unloaded on Meri.
Also, she's pregnant, so she's also hormonal.
Right, so she said she felt bad about that. I just love Christine because she's so self-aware.
Yeah.
You shouldn't have to feel bad because this woman is mistreating your children. You shouldn't have to feel bad about that. Okay. So anyhow, yeah, she said that warmth that she had with Meri, she said that was gone. She said for 16 years, pretty much for 16 years, they had kind of got into that space where they were comfortable, like they were working as a well-oiled machine.
Right.
The warmth between her and Meri was gone, but they were cordial. They could still work together for the benefit of the family. Around this time, Cody, which is his MO, to find a wife when someone is pregnant, went ahead and found Robin.
I don't think Christine...
And I really feel like Meri, after that fight that she had with Christine, she was looking, because Janelle also is upset with her, because she and Janelle never really got along. Now Christine, who was her BFF, is upset with her. And I'm sure Cody knows now about the whole children thing.
Yeah.
So she was, because remember in Mary's part, she said they were at the lowest point
of their marriage
when Cody went for Robin.
It was at a boiling point where they're about to get divorced.
Yes,
basically.
And she was like, I don't think Meri would have ever really divorced him, but she probably.
It was heading there.
It was certainly heading there. Yeah, probably, definitely on Cody's side, maybe.
Absolutely.
And so I think that's why she was so. One, she needed a friend because she had none in the house anymore.
Yeah.
And then she was trying to get in good with Cody.
Yeah.
And I think the third reason was she wanted to get back at Christine.
Absolutely.
Because Christine loved being the last wife, and she was not going to let her be the last wife anymore.
And I don't think that Christine, Meri and Janelle have been through it where Cody is, he has a wife who's pregnant and he goes and he courts someone else.
Right.
Christine had never been through that.
No.
After having 6 kids, she had never been through that.
She had it.
And I'm having this last child for you.
Yes.
To really solidify our relationship.
Because we talked about this.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And now you're going to go marry someone else.
Yeah.
I'm sure the heartbreak
she
was so much. And then from
crippling.
Meri.
She said it was a crippling jealousy that she had. A crippling jealousy. She said that she felt as though the 2 people who were like her best friends in her lifetime, she said, were her mom and Cody. She said she felt betrayed when her mom left her dad and, left the religion. She said, and now Cody, she also felt betrayed by Cody going to go have this wife now. She's like, and she thought that he would not be as committed in their marriage anymore. She said, but the jealousy that she had was crippling. On top of
Yeah.
that, she said for the first time in after birth, she had postpartum depression. She's never had that before. But now she had that, plus the depression, plus this crippling jealousy. She said, and she felt bad that in the beginning, when Robin first met her, she was so happy go lucky. And then once Robin got married and came to the family, she's like, she changed. Like, because
Yeah.
she was just so upset and she was feeling very insecure. But one thing that I kind of was like, Christine, she kept on saying things like, she had to like look to God to help her. She said she'll get through this when I strengthen my relationship with God, as though it was like it's her fault for being jealous, you know.
But that's like cheap sweet stuff.
Yes, she said, and then my confidence will return and jealousy will vanish after I strengthen my relationship with God. Like she keeps on putting it on herself. And she even says she felt a lack of stability in her marriage after Robin came. And she says, I blame myself for that and my insecurities. Like Christine was just going
Off on herself.
totally out of her way to blame herself. And
Yeah.
so that's
But
why
isn't that what Meri told us to do? That was her bestie for the longest time.
Mary did tell her to do
And she
that.
sat there with a broken leg and
She
a man
did
who
tell
was
her to
nowhere
do
to
that.
be found to care about her.
Yeah.
Fix yourself, because he ain't going to do it.
And she said, and at the time when she was pregnant with Trudy, that's when they started the whole Sister Wives thing too.
Yeah.
So now they're on camera, you know. But she said one day Cody just looked at her with tears in his eyes and was like, I want my best friend back. I want my best friend back. And then she realized that she had been harassing him. So it's like, even when you talk about what's going on with you and how hurt you're being by him, now you're calling it a harassment. I was just like, Christine, like she was blaming herself too much. I mean, I understand you're self-aware, but damn, you know,
That wasn't
how you were
self-aware.
feeling
That
was
was
valid.
I feel like she was actually, I don't even think it was her trying to be self-aware. I think
Yeah.
she was actually just blaming herself.
I know, bending
And-
over backward, like you're blaming everybody but the person. And then she
Yeah.
goes, I have such a wonderful hubby. I was like, okay. It was so
now
hard
we
to
know
read.
that's a lie.
It was, yes, it was so hard to read the last two
Yeah.
pages for Christine, because I was just like, who is this person? And then she says, our family is the best plural family. I was like, okay.
12 years later.
Okay, Christine. Like,
Yeah.
it was too much.
Yeah.
You know, like we have the saying in Sierra Leone where he said, you know, your belly. Like, this person is such a Bella,
Yeah.
right? Like,
Which is like kiss up.
yes.
Yeah.
That's what Bella means. Like, just a kiss up. Like, your nose is all up in there. Like, damn, Christine.
Yeah.
Like, and then she, oh my goodness. There was one that she said, she said, if this was, she said, oh, her jealousy was petty. She said, if Robin had been a lesser woman, she could have disregarded her. But Robin was such a strong and emotional and spiritually intelligent, she says. And Cody doesn't deserve a lesser woman. He just doesn't. I mean, this, like, and I actually saw, you know, also Janelle. Janelle did have these nice things to say about Robin. That she brought that way of, like, them communicating with each
I
other.
think that it really takes me back to the beginning of the seasons where
Mhm.
these women were all on this BS, like this life is so phenomenal.
Yes.
When it really isn't. But they were trying to put out this picture perfect image of plural families and all this stuff.
Right.
And they were really just trying to cover Cody. I
Mhm.
feel they were trying to really just cover Robin because they're
Also-
obviously going to feel like she's the one who's coming in and ruining
Yes,
everything.
yes.
So let's cover Robin and let everybody think that Robin is this fantastic person.
I think they also know that the more they uplift Robin, Cody will be nice to them.
Crazy.
You know what
The
I'm
fact
saying?
that Meri had to get through to her husband through another woman will always baffle me.
I know. Remember when she said they had this little secret?
And she was our another woman is what bonds you guys.
Yes.
What type of sick stuff is that?
I mean,
Another woman is my gateway to my man.
listen.
You must
I'm
be high
sorry.
or on cocaine. Like
The
that don't make no
right
sense.
now, the only person that I'm reading this book that I'm like, okay, this person still has some kind of like she's calling it like it is Janelle at this point. I mean,
Meri was just in complete denial. I don't know what she was smoking.
I don't know.
Talking about how, I was.
And I'm wondering what Christine's smoking. Like, girl, you're blaming yourself. You're literally laying on the floor and saying maybe that's why her father told her. You become like a yes man. Like, when are you going to wake up? Her father, who has how many wives, was like, what is this? What are you doing?
Yeah.
Now I see why.
Yeah.
Like, you are contorting yourself into some kind of weird shape for what?
For this man.
Like, for him and his favorite wife.
Yeah.
And when you're there trying to talk to him about it's unfair, like, he puts his head in his hands and does not answer. But Janelle, was it either Janelle or Meri talking about how he doesn't communicate? Right. Or this is his communication, not to address any issues. That was Janelle, I remember. Like, Cody's communication is not to address any issues.
Yeah.
Which is not communication. But
it's not.
It's not a form of communication.
It's called being a child.
Not to say anything. Even children will say something.
Yeah.
It's a manipulator. That's what it is. It's someone who's manipulated.
Yeah.
Anywho.
But it's Meri.
And I'm
you guys a like,
share,
subscribe,
comment, tell the people what you think. I mean, this was like so not Christine.
Yeah.
But
very out of pocket.
Tell us what you think about that.
Down below.